Is Amaru, and you watching Pundit TV.
We're not here for 2021, at least not from you. I'm gonna give it to him this year. But
I ain't finna lay out with no freak. I'm hitting that hoe, then I lead.
It's not that bad.
Us. It ain't feature us. You ain't give enough. Run up in his house, he gon' give it up. Show a picture of my
What's going on? It's Season 5. I'm Big Blood.
I'm See the Server.
It's your boy Amaru. What's up?
And we are the collective. Yes, sir. We got the boy Amaru in the building.
Hey, thank you for having me again.
Right, I would say this the first time, but it's not the first time.
Nah.
We are working on a new background. So sorry you get the blank background.
You know, it's cool. You know how I feel. I'm just glad to be back.
Okay. Well, how are things going?
Honestly, I'm in a good space. Things are really good. From the last time that we sat down and chopped it up, I was okay, kind of in depression kind of mode, but I'm good now.
That's good to hear. Well, I felt as though a lot of people, nobody actually, saw the first time that we shot. So they might be a little bit confused, but you did sit down on After Hours with me and Maya. So first of all, we want to thank you for even coming through a second time.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I wasn't sure if we could make that happen. But we made it happen. But for the viewers, we want to know, like, who is Amaru?
It's simple. Amaru is an artist beyond music. I'm a creator. I'm a family man. I just want to do stuff. I want to make an impact, I just love being able to create something out of nothing and then sharing it with others. So, I don't know, I guess in the gist of all things, I'm like a person that just want to, do for others. Yeah.
Okay, so you're more on the activist side?
I wouldn't necessarily say activist, but definitely I want to serve people in my own way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, what way is that? Like, you're a service provider, or like, what are we getting at?
There's a guy. I'm glad he's here actually, because he's funny. Well, that can look like a different variety of different things. Honestly, anybody that knows me knows that I'm really invested into the youth. So you might see me, mentoring or tutoring, young boys and girls throughout the year. Or you might see me at your local basketball court just giving game, or just things like that throughout the city, just depending on what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so as far as the music goes, what inspired you to do music? Like, what inspired you to get into music?
It kind of like backtracked from like when I was a kid. I grew up in the church.
Kanye vibes.
I guess we ain't gonna get into that.
Mr. West, Sunday service.
But I was in the choir. I always was connected to melodies, and just I like when I don't remember the song, but I know like that moment when I like heard music and what it did to like that feeling that you get from it. I was like, okay, I want to do something, but I just didn't know what. And, time goes on. My grandfather used to have me and my brothers like singing Jackson 5 songs, having us like full perform 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for the family or whatever. And it's just over time, then I started to play around with just writing and doing poetry and things like that. And then time flew by and it's like, okay, I think I want to try this music thing out. I was kind of discouraged though, because like everybody around me was doing this. I was like, what's gonna make me different? And then I just had to like just look at myself in the mirror and was like, well, what's gonna make me different is I'm my own person. It's not a bunch of Amarus. I mean, they might got the same name.
I was about to say apparently
but
it is.
No, apparently it is. But it's cool. That's my middle name. I don't know if that's their middle name or first name, But there's not nobody like me. I'm my own person. I'm the only individual in this skin. I just wanted to share my story.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you're saying that like just you yourself separates you from everybody else, even if they have the same name. So, with your sound, what about your sound is going to make you? It makes you different.
So I feel like a lot of artists are asked that question. Like, what's gonna separate you from the next person as far as like if y'all in the same genre or your sound, whatever. Honestly, you gonna sound like somebody, okay? So somebody saying that I sound different from this person or whatever, I mean, I guess like that's some, like say if you did music and I did music, your delivery is different from mine, your tone of voice is from mine, so technically it's different, right? But we all trying to do the same thing and we trying to, you know, maybe have the same end goal or whatever. So to answer that, I believe, you know, my personal message is a lot different from, I'm just gonna say the people that I have seen throughout my city. I'm not even gonna go broad with, I'm just gonna say in the DMV, me personally, I don't hear or see anybody doing what I'm trying to do right now, you know? And I'm okay with that. I know that's gonna take some time for people to, you know, get on the wagon, but when that time comes, I'm gonna be looking at them and be like, I told y'all.
I mean, I agree with that. I feel like you don't have a DMV flow at all.
No.
So it's like, how do you want, or how can you capture that audience? Because our sound is different, way different. Probably not even on beats at some time. So how do you capture a DMV audience without a DMV sound?
See, and that's the thing that I'm honestly trying to figure out right now. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like it's hard. I'm really trying to figure out like my key audience within the DMV area to like really grab and, you know, hold that community so I can continue to build. You know, I look at the demographics from, you know, my streaming platforms or whatever just to see. Apparently, women from the ages 18 to 45 really love my music.
Okay,
that's a good audience.
But I don't have
that's a good range.
But I don't have a lot of like dedicated, you know, love songs and things like that. And, you know, I'm just having a conversation with my manager or whatever. He was like, it's just you. Yeah, you make good music and things like that, but people, they may see their younger brother or, you know, they father or somebody, and just talking from the female point of perspective or whatever. This is just speculation, but I'm like, okay. So when I looked at it that way, I'm like, okay, just continue to be myself, and I just believe, you know, for one, history shows where the women at, the men gonna come.
Women run music. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah,
women run music.
Basically, they run a whole bunch of things, but
men run the underground scene. But that's no money is really in the underground scene.
So, you know, I'm just trying to really figure out like how I can continue to build, you know, my resume, so to speak, in the DMV area. And, you know, I feel like once you pass like that 2 to 3 year mark and you consistently doing it, then people start to like take you serious. Because when I first started, it was like, oh, you rap? Because everybody's doing it. Some time has went on, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm still in this. Just because I ain't dropped nothing in the last 2 to 3 months, I don't mean I'm working. You know? So that's all I really got to say about that.
Okay. So you working? What you working on? What projects you got coming up?
The next big project is the Bigger Than Me EP. Okay. I've been working on this probably the beginning of the pandemic and not even knowing I was working on it. Because I've dropped stuff throughout the pandemic, but because of that, it led me to where I am now. And it's just like, I'm in a whole different mind state. You know, the people that I got around me is just fresh, new, you know, and I'm really on some big homie, but little homie kind of vibes, you know? Like, the past couple of days, people I've been coming across and they found out I do music, they was like, who would you compare yourself to, whatever? And I always say, if Nas, Meek, Cole, and Drake was all one person.
I don't know about the Drake, bro. I don't know about the Drake.
I'm only throwing Drake in there because of the ladies, so to speak. But yeah, that's really why I would love to see myself. I would love to see my name in, you know, those type of conversations long term. But
Yeah,
that's
for
really
sure.
where I'm at right now. As far as
Does
musically.
girls want girls where you from too?
Come again, say what?
Do girls want girls where you from too?
I mean, they say they don't, but behind closed doors.
History says. Nah, but what people actually probably don't remember is you were the first artist we've ever like covered on Pundit.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
So first of all, I want to thank you for that. We said that last interview, but this one's getting out this time. So
It's better. I ain't coming back a third time.
I want to let you know we really, really do hold that special to us. So when you first saw, what did you think? You know, that was money. Your name wasn't Amaru at the time,
I don't even think I had a name.
so it was Tay Money. it was
No. Actually, I used to call myself Tato. That's what it was. Yeah, but
okay.
I had to change that.
Okay.
But sheesh, I don't even remember the lyrics to that song.
that made it to our top 10.
Fact.
Oh, wow.
He just said trash that.
Right.
So no, it's crazy because I was just talking to the engineer who helped me with that song. He actually a rapper too. He from DC. Y'all need to type in his name, Sam Payne. I don't know if y'all heard about him, but he been in the game for 10 plus years since a little boy. But definitely check into him. He would like Rock Nation and management, whatever. But I was just telling him, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Well, I think that was like 2014. I recorded it, and it was just, I think I was just poor shit, and I was just like, I want money now. Like I was just like trying to speak it into existence or whatever. But that's just crazy. Like from there to now, just like I'm on something completely different, you know?
So how do you navigate that? Like in the music, how do you know when to go for that banger and when to just say, all right, I'm gonna just put me on the track. I'm gonna just say how I feel. How can you decipher that, and how even putting together a track listing? How does that look like for you?
So I don't go for looking for bangers anymore. I found myself going through that rabbit hole, and I'm like, this shit it's not me. It's unauthentic. Now I'm literally just making music for me to listen to, and if you fuck with it, you fuck with it. And 9 out of 10, you can mess with it. Like that's why I'm so eager to drop this new music that's on the way. Like, got good message, quality production, all of it. Just going back to Venting, when the first joint I ever dropped, like the big joint, all the platforms to now, like you gonna see the growth, studio development, all that.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Chastity. But hold on, I'm trying to go. Go ahead. Let me piggyback what you said.
Nah, you good.
Okay.
Also, I also want to ask, what does the next 5 years look like for Amaru? Because you still starting out.
Yeah.
So
I'm really a rookie.
To be fair,
Yeah, I'm a rookie.
So do you look forward to? You just had your first performance.
Yes. At Unity
so
Lounge.
you popped that cherry.
Shout out to my man, to DJ Maul. DJ Maul, he really taking over.
I was there. It was actually a really good set that you did. It was unexpected energy. I didn't expect that type of energy.
Yeah, I didn't expect it.
So
It was a hit or miss kind of moment.
So how does the next 5 years look for you? Are you looking to do more shows, or are you just more focused on the music? Tell us what's going on with that.
5 years. Of course, you know, we make these projections, you know, what the next 5-10 years going to be. I'm taking it year by year, for real. So going into 2022, there will be a lot more performances. I didn't think I was ready, honestly. I'm like, you never gonna know you're ready until you just jump out there.
Agreed.
And that actually found me, because I wasn't going to perform until like I had another album or two ready, because the music that I had before, I just wasn't like, I don't want to perform those songs. But before that, I had actually got booked to perform at a homecoming, but then COVID messed everything up. That was going to be my first performance at Baloo. That was going to be big. But God worked in mysterious ways, and he was like, nah, I'm not going to give you that just yet.
Now, homecoming, maybe that's not your crowd. Maybe that younger crowd isn't your crowd. You know?
It will be, though. This
Like,
new music, yeah.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Not going to be my crowd. You know, going into this big year that's coming for me, a lot more singles on a consistent basis, more pop-ups, just me being more involved with my audience and community for real. Really I'm just trying to like just build that community first before I really just think about, all right, I want to perform here and that. Now, I got some stuff, you know, conversation, whatever, but nothing set in stone for real. Just, you know, some small stuff, but nah.
So you're just really trying to attack from like an outreach standpoint rather than a musical standpoint to begin with.
Kind of bring it all in together, you know? Because I come from an educational background. You know, I come from working with DCPS. So I'm really trying to figure out how I can, you know, mix the two together. And also, you know, get my name out there and get my face out there for real. Because a lot of people, like, know me, but everybody don't know my face, you know? So I'm trying to be real intentional, just put my face out there more. So I've been going out to more, you know, scenes that you might see a Lil Baby or a Lil Durk, you know, just rubbing elbows with these, you know, these people or whatever. Just because I gotta do this, you know? Yeah. When you came to perform, before I performed, I was in the corner listening to my music while everybody else was turning up or whatever. I was just like, I like to have fun. I don't gotta have fun to do that. Like, that's not my kind of fun or whatever.
I get that. I'm the same way. Because
Yeah.
during your performance, I was in the corner.
Yeah, definitely was. Definitely
And I
was.
was just like, I don't know, bro. Like, there's just a lot going on.
It is, you know.
But it's definitely something you have to train your thought behind. Hey, if this where I want to, if this what I want to do, if this where I want to be, this is where I got to be.
For sure.
Because that's where you reach the most people. So I definitely, you know, understand that in that sense. I wanted to ask, you have a documentary.
Yes. Yes.
What's your inspiration behind that? Why do that so early?
So, like, you know, I'm real intentional with just putting, whatever I put out there, I'm real intentional with it as far as, like, letting people know who I am and just being my authentic self. And whether I'm being vulnerable and I'm, like, being uncut and just raw. And right now, I'm really just trying to manifest what's going to come in the near future, for real. So, you know, you see a lot of artists, like, they got this footage on, like, when they began, in between, and then before, and where they are now. And I kind of just wanted to give a little sprinkle of what that was. That was just a surface, you know, as far as, like, people that thought they knew me, and then they found out these things.
Yeah, I found out a lot.
You know, it was just like, oh, people still hit me up, like, that really touched me. Like, I'm glad that you shared this with me. Like, and that's the thing I'm saying, really trying to, like, be more personal and connect with, you know, even if you're not a fan, it's a human being, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely inspirational in that aspect. I was looking at it. We are college roommates, so I've known you for a while now.
It's crazy
so,
that we doing this.
When they said certain things, I hit you up. I was like, "What? They had me rooming with this? ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. I could have died this night. What the fuck is going on?" So,
yeah, that night you recorded me while I was asleep, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing to see the growth and where you came from, and even the support. Like, our support go hand in hand, and I just really appreciate the friendship. Regardless of the cameras and shit like that, like, we go out to eat, we break bread together type shit. So that's definitely.
It's been a minute because
you know,
we stay busy, but yeah.
We got. Shit
I love what y'all doing. I'm proud that y'all didn't stop. I know y'all took a little pause to get things back in order, but keep doing this because you see things like, you know, the Breakfast Club. I know you upset, man, and now you got the drink champs with Nori and. This is where it starts at, like this.
That's a fact.
So keep doing it. That's how I'm looking at it. It's like if only 10 people listening to my music, okay, 5, 10 years from now, 10,000, 10,000, like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't stop.
Yeah, because you might get discouraged looking at that 10 people, but if 10 people came right now looking at you,
You can multiply
doing
that.
shit,
You
right.
hear me?
So, yeah.
Oh,
So I don't want to dominate.
Oh, no,
so
you
I
good.
want to
Nah,
let
you
you
good.
get
Nah,
your
I'm gonna
shit
say you
in,
good,
because I got a lot
bro,
more shit to add. So
But yeah, that's what I'm saying, like as far as support goes, like outside of friends, what does your support system look like?
Ironically, a lot of strangers. And when I say strangers, like people that I've only known for a small period of time. And I actually mentioned that in the documentary. I was like, it's people that I've met in like a week or two that show me mad love, like real on purpose, not because it's like look good or just to say it, but like they really want to see me win. Then I got jokers that I've known my whole life, ain't never reposted my music, ain't never streamed a song, bought it, nothing, and I'm okay with that, I'm saying what I got to do with my personal, sanity or whatever, just separating who's real and who's fake. But the people that are supporting me, I appreciate that,
for sure.
And it's just crazy, like somebody that you literally can meet one day, you never known from Adam and Eve, and then y'all just click, and they just like, oh yeah, you do this, boom, boom, boom. And now y'all got a whole relationship and pull just like that.
It's definitely things like that happens in this industry. So
Yeah.
I understand that from that perspective.
I don't know, like interconnections with people and everything is always weird because they really do just come from anything. That's the whole thing. They really do just come from anything.
Nah,
like,
for real.
Like even being up in New York, like just talking to Seaway, like literally talking to him for 4 seconds, you realize like, oh yeah, he's a cool dude, and now we like this. So
That's what's up.
yeah.
Oh, for you that don't know,
Yeah.
we went to New York recently.
yeah.
Okay.
Like last Sunday. We
Yeah,
just came
we
back
came
Sunday.
back Sunday.
Word.
We went to go interview artists, do our podcast, and really connect.
Okay, traveling. That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure. We doing big things in season 5. You
Yeah.
feel me? Yeah. So we trying to get out more and go to different events, get our face out there, and that's what I'm saying. Like I really, at this point where we both are, we can relate so much to each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, actually.
Honestly, just to hear that, it's like, I'm thinking, like, I don't even think a lot of artists even know about y'all. And that bothers me because this is a platform that they can utilize and that y'all can work together so everybody can win. Whether it's a big artist or small artist, somebody like, and I feel like just trying to figure out a way for more people to just know, oh, this is a platform that we're welcoming, like, come on.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know? So I'm definitely on my part going to do more of it, just pushing y'all out there or whatever. And just anything that we can figure out, definitely let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely do what we can to put you out there. But I feel like he's interviewing us now.
Hey, I told y'all, I've been reading books.
I really do think that's because we started off as introverts.
Yeah.
Me, Zay, Simone, like we are introverts in heart.
Yeah.
And we was so closed off, we just hit people off the comments on YouTube. That's how we started.
Word.
So it's like we wasn't familiar with, hey, we got to go to this place to promote this. We got to go to this place. It was more like, we're going to put it out there, and if y'all come to us, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So-
realistically, we just started giving out business cards,
Right,
like at
right.
events and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
So I think this coming into season 5, it's a whole new world for us. Reaching out, doing more interviews, going to New York.
Getting that logo out there. I need to start saying this logo everywhere.
Yeah, facts. I actually want to give you one of these.
Oh, I was going.
Because you was the first, so I want you to be the first artist
Love,
with them.
love,
so
love.
look out for that in like the next week.
Okay.
you know, you would have your name on our background, but somebody lost it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You wasn't here last time. They gave me a dry marker. So I
Come
when y'all
on,
had the ball,
man.
I couldn't even write my name.
Oh my God.
I'm like, y'all did me so dirty. It's cool.
Nah,
Hey, no, I mean, it's crazy.
Now y'all ain't got the joint. We got this plane. It's cool.
that is kind of dirty, but it's cool. Feature-wise, how do you come up with features? Like, how do you map it out? Who's going to be on what? What did that look like for you?
In the past, I was looking at it from a business standpoint, like, cause it's really like what I'm learning at the end of the day is what I can do for you and what you can do for me.
Facts.
So starting off, like, I wouldn't mind paying this person or that person, but I'm like, everything I'm doing is coming out of pocket. And I'm learning a lot of these artists, they not doing that. They using somebody else's money. So I kind of took a step back as far as trying to get the features or whatever, you know. I'm gonna have some big features going into 2022, like 2 or 3. And that's just
Slim.
maybe.
I done seen,
that's
I've been paying attention to the reposts. And
yeah,
likes.
that's big bro. Like, man, that's and straight pure love, just dropping jams.
I ain't mean to leak that. I was just saying I've been noticing some shit that's, you know.
He's helped me with this process, especially with the next project about to come out. Yeah. But as far as the features and everything, you know, a lot of them, I'm like, I like to be around people and I like to talk to you face to face. This whole FaceTime or I'm gonna send it to you, email, whatever. No, let's go to the studio together. I know it's cold or whatever. You negative, I'm negative, cool. Boom, let's go, let's lock in. But I don't like, I don't get hit back from you 2-3 weeks. Nah.
Yeah.
So I'm honestly just working with people that I can be around and I'm tangible to, you know?
Okay. So
right now.
Piggyback off that, I'm gonna let you go. Let me just ask this. Because I know how we deal with artists and the timing that it takes with artists and how difficult some artists can be. What is your greatest challenge when you're trying to link up with an artist and, you know, trying to create? Because that's what you guys are doing. You're creating from scratch.
My biggest frustration, honestly, is it's like I'll reach out through the DM. That's 9 out of 10. That's how we all communicate nowadays. Especially if you don't know the person, you know. Reach out through a DM, chop it up for a quick second, boom. They throw you a number. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's talk more about it though. Let's talk more about the song before money even get involved. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they so hooked on that. And then you give me maybe 6 or 8 bars that's not really that. And just like, this is not authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm really just trying to balance like how I receive the information and how I give it. Because I don't want nobody to think it's nothing sweet over here, you know? Just because I'm an artist, I don't need it. You know, I'm going to get this out the mud myself. But, yeah, just trying to just figure out, you know, the right dialogue to have with certain artists. Because everybody's different, you know? But the guys that have been communicating with me and that's looking to work with me going into the next year, I appreciate it.
All right. We got about one more question, so you can take it.
All right. So I'm seeing that you're really about quality and you're looking for a good quality music. What goes into a good song? Because you say you're not searching for bangers, so what is it?
You gotta feel it right here. You gotta feel it right there. That's honestly how I know the song is good. Like when an outsider might come into the studio or whatever and be like, oh. Or my girl, she'll look at me and she'll be like, man, that's one of them.
Oh, he taking man.
That's one of them. I'm like, you know, and it's just, when I can see it from a genuine place, like you're not just telling me, yeah, bro, like, I hate Yes Man. Like, nah, tell me this shit ass. We will be here all night.
Oh, send it.
I will work on this song. I've literally, so the project that's coming out is Bigger Than Me. It's called Bigger Than Me. It's a song on there called Bigger Than Me. Cliche, whatever, call it what you want to call it. But I've been working on that song for like maybe 6 months. And then the person I got on it, oh man, her voice is so beautiful on it. I plan for that song to reach the masses. Like if it's any song on there, it's that song that's gonna reach the masses, and it's gonna really touch people's souls and hearts. It's the song that make you cry,
It
but
sounds like it got that church
in a joyful way, but joyful way, you know.
Okay, sounds like we got an EP to review.
Thanks. That's all I'm hearing.
All right, I'm walking on set. This is I promise this is the last question. When you in a scheme, right? Why stop the scheme? Because it'd be a 4 setup scheme, a 4-bar setup, and you'll drop it at bar 2 or bar 3. Why do that?
I feel like early on, I ain't really know the whole setup on a song, so I kind of just rap. But as I'm getting more familiar with, you know, the standard on how to make a song, things like that, I'm trying different things. And like I told you before, if I feel like the song is done, it's done.
That's the answer I was looking
And it's not gonna be organized all the time. It's gonna be a little unorthodox, you know? And that's just me. That's me being my authentic self. But I ain't gonna lie, like early on, I just didn't know. I thought verse, hook if I wanted to, never verse, boom, and then cut it. Now I'm actually taking my time and really like, oh nah, you know, put another chorus or things like that. And that's just me just learning, you know?
All right, I feel that. All right, go ahead and close us out, Zay.
All right, well, jeez. This happens every time I gotta do a damn outro, bro.
There's no Simone here.
It's cool.
this
Keep
happens
going.
We
keep
don't do
going.
this. We don't do this. We don't. It's all right. Go ahead.
I wish someone was here though, cause that's us.
Yeah, so before I say it, it's Amaru, right?
Amaru.
I'm
So
about to go ahead
that's
and
why it's that's why it's the spaces. So it's Amaru.
Yes, Amaru.
Amaru. All right.
Oh, you gotta say Amaru with the spaces.
Amaru. Okay. There you go. Yeah.
No, I changed that.
We had to look it up with the spaces
Yeah.
for Apple Music.
It was the spaces.
So it should be back changed. I had to figure that out. I don't know why it was like that at first, but it's just one word.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Amaru. It's the same middle name as
Maybe
Tupac.
somebody else out there is named Amaru in the DMV.
It's a couple of Amaru, but it's cool.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming, Amaru.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
You know, he's out on Apple Music. He's out on a whole bunch of platforms. Tune in. Peace.